explain the ethics part.
Yeah.
So I was scoring in my first attempt. I was in job and Tata Share not prepared. So that attempt marks doesn't matter to me, and I don't think it doesn't matter to audience also. In second attempt, I tried preparing ethics during the pre and mains break, uh, and I picked one coaching center notes and I prepared, and I gave some 4 5 tests, and I solved some case studies and I prepared. Until that time I was thinking that since I'm ethical, generally I have ethical bend of mind, I do right, I feel that I do right things, so I'll score a better marks in ethics. But when my marks came in second attempt, it was 86, which is below average. So I was shocked that since I have ethical mind but still I'm not getting marks, what is the issue? Then I saw one video of Modi Jain sir. He's an IRAS officer. IRS officer. He was earlier in IPS, but then he joined in IRS. He has a good YouTube channel also. So he has given a comprehensive strategy that it's not only being ethical. You have to write ethical words in your answer. You have to write ethical philosophers in your answer. You have to use ethical keywords in your answers. So these three things I was not doing. And there is one book with his own book, Decode Ethics, and I watched his video, and then I saw that book, and I also saw one coaching institute's videos of ethics, and these three things have helped me uh, gaining a mass in 2019, though the ethics marks were an higher end, and I got 141.
What?
So
Wow.
41. So, and the credit goes to Mudis sir's strategy and the videos of the coaches institute which I saw, and the decode ethics book. Because the basic funda of the ethics was introducing ethical keywords, ethical philosophers, and what you are saying within good examples. So I'm good at picking the examples with my in daily life. You need not to have a very good examples. You have to just pick the example from the current happenings. Like uh, if you take the example, any example in, if you can give example from Mahabharata, you can give example from metro stations, you can give anyway, you have to give your examples. Like if you take the example of any unethical crony capitalism or unethical business without ethics. So while mentioning that Gandhiji, it's Gandhiji seven sins. You have to mention Gandhiji word seven sins, business without morality. Then you can mention that some leak was happening, some corporate leaks are being happening, and so you have to mention that example. Like a simple example that objectivity. So I read in some book that judiciary was not influenced by public perception, and they made judgment on the basis of objectivity. So if you're not remembering the name, also you can mention just like that. Judge giving the final verdict not based on public pressure, but based on objectivity. So this will become an example of objectivity. Simple examples like in Mahabharata, in any case, in every answers that you can quote some example from Mahabharata, Ramayana. Like there is a topic in child socialization of child and the role of family, teacher, and leaders in that. So you can mention how the how the Kaurya was socialized and how the Pandava were socialized, and due to difference in their socialization, they went to the different path. And even with the how which path you are choosing, like if Karna chose the path of Kauravas, and that was path of Adharma, and at the same time you can say Vibhishan, or he chose the path of Raja Ram, and he was made the king. So you have to take examples from your daily lives from Mahabharata, and the best examples will be if it is from coming from a government schemes or from government servants. That will be the best example, because you are aspiring to become a government servant. So if it is becoming coming from government, like then one scheme is the beti bachao beti padhao. So that scheme, there was something from that scheme, it was abbreviated to badlao. So badlao, some word is there, nari shakti, some. So you have to cherry pick all those words and you have to keep in your answer. Earlier we're not doing that, so you have to put take the keywords from the government schemes, and the best source is Yojana. So I find Yojana a good collection of keywords. For a student like me who is coming from a Hindi background, so we are not very good with keywords. So you have to pick the keywords from different sources. For me, Yojana was the good source of choosing keywords, and that same thing helped for me in essay also. So these three things that Modi Chan's video, his book, and the video jobs. So these three things helped me score better in ethics. And for ethics, the I would say that reading more is not that important than writing. So unless you start writing, then you'll able to apply your examples, your keywords, your because ethical thinkers, if you see that there are only nine, 10 theories and there are 9, 10 ethical thinkers. You have to in 4, 5 questions you'll write Kant categorical imperative, then Gandhiji will come, then leaders all will come, APJ Abdul Kalam. And I used to mention very good leaders which have got Padma Shri in that year. So that also enriched my answer. So these three things when you write in your answer, then you'll get the and once you start writing your answer, no, you'll able to identify ethics keywords and ethics example from the newspaper. From your daily newspaper, you can able to get the examples. Until unless you'll not write the answers, you'll not able to find the keywords or the example from the newspaper. So you need to start writing, then you'll start hunting for the keywords and the examples.